Alright, so getting into the game here, CLG v Astralis. CLG yet to beat Astralis in a single offline map, and playing with their coach Pitta here. After they had made that announcement, it was unclear how they do in this group, but they're able to beat SK in best of threes and able to trade 1-1 in the best of 2 series against both NRG and SK. Despite falling to Astralis in their best of 2, CLG not looking too terrible with this stand-in and Pitta. Getting into the pistol round here, it looks like Tarek and JDM are going to be on these upgraded pistols with armor. I can't confirm. I was holding my nuts, but we'll get right back into it. This is a family show, as I expect to work for ESL. And it looks like JDM and Tarek are going to get boosted up here into window room, and Device is able to spot Tarek out through the smoke. JDM's still up here with the P250. Going to try and use the decoy to trick Device, peeking out from in near jungle. Device shooting him in the legs, able to take him down. It's now a 3-on-5, but the rest of the CLG players are coming out of connector onto the site. Dupree here in shadow, though, able to drop both Cutler and Hayes very quickly. Pitta getting a kill on the Device, but now it's a 1v4. Pitta, no armor and a Glock. Kerrigan's going to take him down. Good round by Dupree. Dupree, a very good shadow player, able to find those 2 kills by himself on the site. Even though the rest of his team playing for more B and mid control, he's able to hold the site very decisively. Alright, so going into this round, since CLG does not get the plant, looks like they're going to go for the typical force up here. Tech 9, armor on several of them. Cutler goes for a deagle and a nade set. That's 3 smokes on the CLG players. They might be looking to go for A smokes here. Looks like they're going for some iteration of A smokes. A smokes helping teams get onto the site, but Tarek's running up mid quickly. Spots one in Sniper's Nest, and it gets close range with Kirby. You think that's his best opportunity to get the kill, and not able to get it, but JDM's able to trade it out. Device is able to trade back on him. It's now a 3-on-4. The rest of the CLG players throwing their smokes down and coming onto the site, but Dupree is still here in shadow. Blind, he's able to drop Hayes, and then he's able to drop Cutler, pulls out the USP, and finishes off the 3K onto Pitta. Great round by Dupree, and able to hold under shadow there. But a good attempt, I guess, by Tarek to put on that push into connector. You'd think that's his best opportunity to get that kill. You think Tarek is the kind of player who's, when he goes aggressive like that, can get those kills, but he fails right then, unable to get that kill. JDM able to trade it out, but CLG unsuccessful in their second round force up, and now they're going to be on a full Glocks eco here. Looks like they're just going to probably group up. A lurker near A, a lurker near mid, and then 3 people just trying to rush out B. A pretty typical eco strat. Maybe you get a cheesy kill on the lurk. Zipic spots them here in B apartments with this scout, and Dupree takes down Tarek on the other side of the map. That's one of their lurkers down. And Zipic's able to tag up and kill Cutler with the nade into the scout shot. Still trying to get these jumping scout shots on by Zipics. And Kerrigan's just going to jump up with the MP9. Relentless. Zipics and Kerrigan combine onto JDM and Pitta, and Dupree is going to push out mid with the MP9, able to drop Hazed. Astralis players building up a lot of economy from those MP9 rounds, from their SMG buys. And so now they're going to be on a lot of cash going into this first gun round. The Scout's still on Zipics, but the rest of Astralis on pretty strong rifles. Dupree sitting on that FAMAS. Probably one of his teammates dropped. And the CLG on a full buy. 4 AKs, JDM with the op. Only 4 smokes. Maybe they smoke top mid and they go for a nice smokes play. Maybe you gotta try and get the plant, build up their economy, maybe run their basic default. JDM out here in mid. Very potent with the op. Likely CLG's most consistent carry player. Between him and Tarek, he's probably more consistent. As of late, though, he has been marginally underperforming behind what we've seen from him a couple months ago, but still a strong player nonetheless. Astralis here with 2 players in CT, or 2 players in connector, and 1 player in ladder room moving towards CPL. This is an interesting mid setup, so that Device is able to take this mid peak, and if he overextends and he's able to get traded by Kirby, but JDM's able to take down Device. Kirby now here in connector, swings out wide, sees JDM on Cat, is able to drop him quickly. It's now 4-on-4, but this is favoring the T side. Looks like Hayes is going to try and boost Pitta, but there's 1 player. This is Kerrigan, is here in ladder room. The rest of CLG just kind of idly waiting on either side of the map. 1 player starts pushing out Tetris. Dupree is able to drop that player. That's Tarek. And Kerrigan's able to get Pitta, who gets boosted up. Pitta not checking ladder room. Just Hayes and Cutler left. Cutler gets dropped by Dupree at a ramp. Hayes able to get one kill before he falls, but falls nonetheless. Excuse me. Very decent round. Good entry frag by JDM. CLG obviously not expecting Astralis to play the double connector setup, and it ends up working out in their favor, in Astralis' favor. And then the extra mid control with the player in the ladder room after the smokes are thrown, the players Kerrigan able to sneak in there and drop Pita when they try and boost. That's a very good counter to mid control attempts by T's on Mirage. Now CLG is going to be on the save again. Just pistols, maybe 2 smokes in the hands of the CLG players. Device misses the shot onto the CLG player crossing top of mid. The rest of CLG, 3 players running down mid. The bomb outside B apartments. Now 4 players setting up in mid. Hayes here in connector sees the flash from Kirby. Kirby unable to drop him. Zipix kills Pita on the other side of the map. JDM able to drop Device, and Hayes able to get Kirby, but Zipix gets Tarek, and Dupree trades onto Hayes. Kerrigan dropping Cutler. It's just JDM left, who's picked up Device's op, which he got earlier in the round. All of Astralis is very low. All 3 of them below 30 HP. JDM has this op, but if he wanted, he could just pull out the P250 and get all 3 of them. It looks like he's sneaking up here in CT. Dupree does not know where he is. Dupree turns, maybe he heard the scope, and holds the angle, able to get this wallbang through triple onto JDM, who's in CT, able to recover that op. Good round by the Astralis players there. Good attempt by CLG to get Hayes into connector, able to get that kill onto Kirby, who's at stairs, but the rest of CLG not really with a lot of utilities or a lot of firepower, and get traded on pretty swiftly. And Astralis able to keep 3 players alive. Their economy's still building up very strongly here, but CLG is going to be on the full buy with mollies, full utility across the board. CLG setting up for their basic default, and Tarek's going to get taken down by Kirby, but JDM's able to drop Kerrigan. JDM having a great game so far. JDM blind in B apps now. Zipix is right below him. He's able to spot him, and he gets the no-scope on the Zipix. He's opened up the B side for his team. He's holding on to Market. He's able to drop Kirby too. JDM's single-handedly opening up this round for CLG. Device is sneaking, probably going to drop Pita on this lurk. Drops Pita to 2 HP. Dupree's able to take him down, but it's still a 2-on-3, and CLG has control of the site. JDM holding the angle from Market. Dupree might walk right into this. Misses the shot. Dupree wise to JDM's angle, able to flash himself in. Cutler holding Dupree back. Able to take him down with the quick headshot. A Device trying to push up Cat in the last-ditch effort. The rest of Astralis has money, so he might as well go for this retake, but JDM able to take him down from the back of B side, and that's 4 kills for JDM on the round. Great round by JDM, who's sitting on 7 kills in 6 rounds. The most kills on his team. Dupree 12-1 in 6 rounds. Averaging 2 kills so far each round. That's pretty incredible play. A lot of those are from anti-ecos and from the MP9 pushes that he's been going for, but still impressive nonetheless. Tarek's still sitting on 0 kills. It seems like Tarek either the first player to die, basically the first player to die in almost every round. JDM looks like he's going to be going for this this push into Palace. The rest of CLG posturing outside of T spawn, right outside of A, looking like they're going to be setting up for a smoke play. But the rest of Astralis have started pushing up mid. They're going to have some of this information that CLG's not going for any kind of mid control. If they were to push B, or able to push up mid even more and see that these CLG players are not anywhere near there, then they're going to be wise to this play by CLG. Dupree all the way pushed up top mid, almost near the entrance to B apartments. All 5 CLG players set up for an A take. CLG has the utilities to make this play, though. Tarek strafes out A ramp, sprays on the Kerrigan, able to eventually get the kill, but it's not that clean. And Device is able to get 2 kills from Shadow. Kirby able to get 2 as well. And JDM gets knifed by Kirby, who he and Device basically untouched in Shadow for that whole round until the very end when it was basically too late. And Kirby's going to get a cheeky knife on a JDM. Low HP coming out with the op. Misses 1 shot, and then he gets diddled on by the new acquisition, Kirby, for Astralis. And CLG again is going to be on the save. Hayes has a lot of money, though, so he's able to drop P250s and some pistols for his teammates, but looks like it's probably going to be another round on the board for Astralis, all things considered. And Device able to get the entry onto Haze from Connector. Again, Astralis, this is a good, with this really good anti-eco setup on Mirage, where they play these double Connector and then one on Cat. It's very good because it sets up for an A retake very quickly, meaning if the T side team goes for a couple of smokes and tries to go for an A smoke hit, then they're set up to retake A. And if the T's take any kind of mid control, then they're basically going to get traded on pretty swiftly by the double connector guys, because you can't really clear that both guys out very quickly without a lot of utility, without the mollies. And if they go B, then the connector players are ready to go down the underpass, or ready to go top of mid, or ready to go jungle, ready for the quick retake onto B if need be, without the T's getting a lot of guns or information from the kills they get entering onto B. It's a really good setup. And now CLG is trying to rotate over to A with these pistols, no utilities at all. They're just going to have to walk out into the crosshairs of Astralis. This is not going to be pretty. Dupree already up, set up for the play. Caribbean Sandwich. Tarek trying to get the kill into Caribbean Sandwich. Flashbang comes out there, and Cutler's able to drop Kirby. Dupree drops JDM, but he gets traded on by Cutler, who's picked up the rifle. CLG now has 2 rifles. They've just walked onto the side, and they're able to get these kills. Tarek now at Firebox, trying to get these players in CT, but Kerrigan and Device able to get both kills, and then just Cutler left, gets dropped by Zipix. Very good retake by the Astralis players, but you'd think that even 2v4, with the guns that they had and the lack of utilities that CLG had, that it'd be a pretty easy hold, all things considered, but it ends up being, CLG ends up getting onto the site and actually having a chance in that round. It works out for Astralis in the end, but now CLG is going to be on the bye with full guns, with pretty good utilities, the mollies, everything they need to get into this round. JDM with the op, having a decently good game considering how his team's doing so far. He's going to be holding top of mid, expecting this push by Kirby. Kirby's going to be pushing underpass, though. It looks like Kirby's going to be hovering around underpass or bottom of mid right now. Able to get back into connector. The rest of CLG sort of set up in this slow map control sort of setup. Smoking off connector again. Kirby pushes out. Gets dropped by Pitta from underpass. Kerrigan spotted by Pitta also on catwalk. Able to get some of the information as he's peeking mid, though. One player still here in connector. I assume it's Device. Pitta pushes through the smoke into connector. Device and Pitta pass each other through the smoke. Pitta suspects, though, that he bumped into Device and he's able to get the kill. Hayes takes a duel with Zipix on Cat, and Kerrigan's able to drop Pitta. So now it looks like it's back to a 3-on-3. Still favoring CLG to an extent. CLG does have this complete mid control. Rest of Astralis trying to rotate towards B, anticipating that CLG would go mid to B with this. And Cutler's just hovering here in B-apps with the bomb. 45 seconds left. CLG boosted up onto the catwalk. JDM trying to peek around. Spock's Kerrigan able to drop him. Zipix, though, in the boosted cheeky spot, able to drop Cutler, but JDM's able to drop him as well. It's now a 1-on-2. Both of CLG's players are low, but it is a 1-on-2. And Tarek strafes out from B-side and able to drop Dupree. And CLG takes that round. Excellent entries by JDM onto the site. Zipix able to get 1 kill from that cheeky wood plank ledge there where you can see into the B apps, but he's immediately killed by JDM, and the Dupree unable to clutch it out in the 2v1, and CLG takes that round. All right, Astralis though still pretty good on money. Actually, not as good as I thought they would. Dupree relegated to a mag 7 this round. No, Device has an op, but not a lot else for Astralis outside of the standard rifle play. Still going to be basically with the standard buy, although they're in an odd setup. They're playing these 3 players close A ramp. The rest of Astralis, the 2 B players on Astralis, sort of left out to dry. This is going to be a really long rotate by Astralis as CLG is able to entry in on the site. Device able to trade back onto Pitta, but JDM on the lurk mid able to drop Kirby. That setup was very odd, and CLG with the good read or whatever it was, knowing that how Astralis was playing the map to some extent, able to trade onto the 2 players, knowing that the rotate would come late or just getting lucky, who knows. But the CLG players are going to have control of the site. It looks like the 2 Astralis players surviving, Device and Dupree, are just going to be saving their guns. Device trying to save this op into the next round, as Astralis will not have a lot of cash. CLG should not go pursuing these guns too crazy, though, because they do not have the money to rebuy a lot, considering if they were to lose, but Device able to drop Tarek from ticket booth into connector, and JDM able to drop Device, and Dupree's not able to get over there in time to pick up that op, so that op is lost, and the rest of Astralis does not have a lot of cash here. Looks like they're going to have to save for this round outside of Dupree with the Mag 7. CLG, though, also not great on cash here. Looks like PETA was on the Galil, but JDM is 12-7 already in 10 rounds. Still having a good game for his team, getting these important entry kills, getting alert kill that round with the op. One player here in connector. JDM doesn't spot him. Dupree's going to be pushing underpass with the Mag 7. Tarek spots him. Oh, he's able to get the jumping kill onto Tarek, even though he's able to see him. And Kerrigan gets the pushing and cheeky kill onto Hayes with the P250. JDM's able to trade back onto Kirby. Kerrigan still has this AK, and it's a 3-on-3. CLG definitely still in a position to win this round, but Astralis not out of it yet as Device begins to push Palace. Pete is holding for the flank, though, so if you were to spot him, you'd probably be able to drop Device, who just has the P250. Kerrigan has the AK. Where's he going to be playing? Looks like he's going to be rotating towards Market, going to be supporting his teammate Zipix, who's playing at Van right now. CLG just playing slow. A minute left to play with. Don't want to throw this round away. They have a ton of utilities and good firepower. Do not want to walk into the close range pistols of Astralis. 50 seconds left. Looks like JDM holding mid as Cutler holds B and PETA begins to fall off the hold A. Device still not pushing out of Palace, still holding that close angle. CLG grouped up now, ready to go B. These two mollies, one of them probably going to flush Zipix out of position here. They're not throwing it. It doesn't look like they're going to throw it. Zipix here on this ledge, still hiding close on the balcony, able to drop. No, that's Kerrigan. Kerrigan with the AK able to drop Pitta, and Cutler's able to trade onto Zipix. But Kerrigan able to get JDM, who's in app still. And it's Cutler with only 13 seconds left against Kerrigan. Kerrigan doesn't have armor, but he has his AK, and he's able to get the headshot. Kerrigan gets all 3 kills there from that same cheeky spot Zipix used, and then strafing around the site, able to get the last 2 kills. What a round by Kerrigan. CLG's really got to be kicking themselves over losing that one. That's a round you just got to kill that. There's not a lot of outside of, you've grouped up, you know they're weak, you got to be able to trade onto that guy, and they're not able to do it. And now CLG going to be on this very weak buy, just 2 pistols, one on Pitta, 2 pistols onto Pitta and Tarek, and then AK and op into the hands of JDM, but still not a lot across the board, and looks like they're going to just be grouping up and trying to go B again. Astralis in this double connector default setup again, with the 2 players towards B. If CLG's able to get 1 kill here onto the site, or even just trade effectively as they're grouped up, then this could be a good round for the CLG members. Neither Zipix nor, I assume the other players, Kerrigan, have a lot of utilities to stop them. Neither of them has a molly, just 1 smoke between them. A couple of flashes in that nade, but no Molotov. That Molotov is very essential to holding off the push onto the site. JDM's just going to be holding these angles, waiting for one of the players to peek. Kerrigan, again, able to drop Tarek, who's trying to get onto the site. Zipix still here by the van. Gets dropped by Cutler. Kerrigan's still on the site, trying to bide time while his team rotates in. One player already by Market. That's Device, able to peek out, get the kill onto Cutler. Pete is chasing with the P250. Dinks Pitta, and Hayes is able to drop Kerrigan. So now Device, dinked by Pitta, is low in Market, but the rest of Astralis is rotated over, and the bomb is dropped in the open. The rest of CLG, Hazed and JDM trying to smoke off these doors, throws flashes in, and it looks like Dupree tries to push through it, but he's completely pushed through the window. He's completely blind. Hazed unable to get the spray, though. That's so unfortunate. And JDM nading Device. No, Pitta calling out that he dinked him. Hayes going to play close angle by this Market area, and JDM's going to plan on the site. Only a Molotov to retake by the Astralis players now, and one of them is going to be Dupree rotating over towards Cat. Kirby's still here in Market, and JDM holding the angle with the op, able to drop Dupree on Cat. Just Kirby left, knows where JDM is after that call out by Dupree. Walks through the window though. Hayes playing the close angle, able to drop him. Sick play by Hayes and JDM there on that hold on the attempted retake by Astralis, but the entries onto the site seemed a little sloppy again by the CLG players. They're able to get the kill onto Zipix, but Kerrigan able to live a very long time, and the rest of Astralis able to rotate in very quickly. CLG's lucky that they were unable to get the kills as they rotated in, and they were able to get the smokes up before Astralis was able to peel into the site, but ends up working out in their favor, and now Astralis is going to be on a pretty weak buy. Device has an op, but Xyp9x and Dupree are both on 5/7s. Kerrigan with the scout, but Astralis gambling here and setting up for this A stack. The CLG players also setting up for an A play, setting up for this smoke execute. JDM able to drop Kerrigan, but Xyp9x able to get Haze. Kirby able to get JDM. Xyp9x getting another kill on the Terran. Kirby again killing Color, and the Dupree hiding in Firebox able to get Pitta. What a terrible round to lose by CLG. They take no map control at all. They just throw smokes and walk onto the stacked A site without any control on any side. No attempt to take connector, no attempt to take mid at all. And they just lose out on the trades as they walk into the site. The close angles with the 5/7, man. Feels bad, man, for CLG. And now they're going to be on the save again at 4-9. CLG not completely out of this half yet. If they're able to make it 10-5, then they would have a chance going to it. And it's off to a good start already. Haze just running out of ramp, able to drop Dupree. Kirby trades on the Tarek, though. Kirby able to drop Cutler as well. JDM planting. Incredible nade by Kirby. Does at least 60 damage. Pitta, though, on the flank, able to get both Kerrigan and Kirby. Xyp9x trading onto Haze. It's just Pitta left with his op. 2v1. Bomb on the site. Not a lot he can do. They know where he is. They're just going to double nade him. And that's going to be it. Xyp9x and Device combining to take down Pitta. And they're able to recover both ops. Looks like they're going to be shifting into this double op setup. Good attempt by CLG there. Good attempt by both Pitta and Haze. Haze with the good entry onto the site with just the P215. Pitta with a good flank. Able to pick up 2 kills. But the rest of CLG dismantled by Kirby, by the Danish menace. Last round of the half here. CLG going to be on a not great buy. Color just on the Tech 9 force up. Some nades on the CLG side. JDM able to get the op, but will it be enough? JDM having a good game so far, considering how his team's doing, but will he be able to solo carry this round with this op and not a lot on the other side? And as I say that, Kerrigan, Caster's Curse, takes down JDM, jumping, trying to peek from top of mid. Device all the way pushed up here and B apps with the op, holding the angle. Pitta picks into this, and Tarek peeking from underpass. Peanut Brain dropped by Device, and now it's a 3-on-5. Haze only on half HP. Not a lot. Oh, actually, pretty decent utilities. Double mollies, but only one smoke by the CLG players. Maybe they use this smoke to try and get onto the A site and trade. But as time starts winding down, the CLG players are the Astralis players are beginning to stack the A site. Pitta uses the smoke to smoke top mid, takes this mid control, able to molly out Sniper's Nest. Probably going to go for something of an A split here. 1 palace, 1 ramp, 1 connector. But Astralis is aware of this. This Kerrigan here, holding the angle into connector, expects Pitta after taking that mid control to trying to get into connector. Reading CLG's play like a book. Now 2 players here, Kirby and Dupree, holding A ramp and palace. Dupree dropping Haze, just Cutler left with the Tech 9, trying to tap away at long range, gets dropped by Kirby, and that's an 11-4 half by Astralis. Really an excellent, basically a clinic put on by Astralis on how to play CT defaults. Yeah, Dad? Oh yeah, I was watching. I was watching.
Is LeBron carrying?
So after that first half, excellent first half by Astralis, basically a clinic on that setup, but using that double connector setup very effectively. And CLG really did not have an answer for it. The only round CLG is able to win are when they get these basically YOLO B rushes that don't really work out, that didn't work out very many times, only worked out a couple of times when they're able to trade onto the site. But you're only going to get so many of those a half. 11-4, in all things considered, it's not that bad, assuming you lose pistol round, but still, CLG's not going to be happy with that. All right, I'm going to skip this. I'm not a commercial. Probably going to just be doing this map tonight, and then I'm going to be going to watch the Cavs game. All right, going into the first half, CLG going to need a lot of comeback strategy here if they're going to want to get back into this game. And it's going to need to start with this pistol round. Going to need to get this pistol round, first couple gun rounds, and then maybe you have a game, but it is not looking great for them. Astralis really a very good understanding of how they want to play this map and how even CLG plays this map. Going to the pistol round, all of CLG on armor. Not a lot to retake with, but doesn't really matter if JDM's going to hop onto the balcony, able to drop Kirby, and Hayes able to drop Kerrigan. JDM tapping away at Zippix. Not able to get the kill, and the rest of Astralis pushing down mid. The bomb over by B still. Zippix able to drop Pitta, who's pushing from B-Apps. And now it's to a 4-on-3. Still in CLG's favor, but it's just JDM left here on the site. If Zippix is able to drop him, then they might be able to get on the site. And as I say that, Color able to kill the Lurker and Dupree in mid. And the last two Astralis players are going to be grouping up towards B. Zippix dropping JDM very low with it, just tapping away at him. But CLG knows the bomb is there. There's it's a 4v2. You might as well group up, just play the trades. If they get onto the B site, you try and retake as simply as you can. Play off your surviving teammates. As I say that, Hayes tries to flank, and it gets dropped by Device. Here's Tarek here on top of mid 2, trying to fight with Device. It's not too the two players, Color and Tarek, trying to tap away at Device. Drop him to 11 HP. Zippix also tries to fire some long-distance Glock spray into the CLG members. And it looks like, again, Zippix and Device are going to group up and try and go B. One CLG player here that looks like Cutler is going to be an underpass, though, so he's going to be on the quick flank to stop this play. Gets able to drop Cutler. Cutler able to drop Device. Zippix able to drop JDM on Cat, though. It's now a 1-on-2. The bomb here in Apps. Zippix with the nice jumping strafe, and it looks like Astralis, after all, is going to be able to get this plant in the last 10 seconds of the round. Surprisingly enough, you'd never guess that they were going to be able to get these kills and be able to get onto the site, and it's just a 2v1 now, as Zippix able to drop Color fairly low, and Tarek running at him embarrasses Zippix with the knife. Excellent. Very showy, sort of mental game thing to do by Tarek. Try and get in Zippix's head a little bit. Maybe try and style. He is on TV. He's trying to look good. But really not a great pistol round by CLG. After you get that early advantage, Astralis still able to get the plant. And they're going to be sitting pretty on their economy pretty early on into this half. You know they're going to be happy about that. But Astralis now just going to be saving for this round. They got the plant. They're going to be able to buy next round. Why waste your money? The rest of CLG buying up 3 rifles, the SMG in the hand of Hayes, and a scout in the hands of JDM. And CLG is going to be in a very default setup here, 2-1-2 setup. But Astralis is going to be setting, looks like they're going to be going for something of an A play here. 3 players posturing by ramp. Dupree in Palace with the bomb. Kerrigan sees JDM in Sniper's Nest. JDM trying to get the jumping scout. Kerrigan trying to get the close range headshot. And JDM takes him down with the jumping shot from Sniper's Nest. The quick headshot. That's the lurker for Astralis, but meaning they're not going to have this delayed flank into connector on this A play if they want it, but they're still going to have the rest of their players going to try and get on the side. Device tapping away with the Deagle onto Cutler and CT. Zippix able to get over by Tetris. And Device tapping away, able to get Pitta. Cutler able to drop Zippix, but not before he's dinked by the P250, down to 17 HP. And Device gets another headshot onto Cutler through the box. Device very deadly with his Deagle. It's now a 3-on-3. 2 CLG players trying to retake from jungle. JDM's able to drop Device, but Kirby able to get hazed after he's brought low by a tag from Device's Deagle. The bomb is planted, and Dupree has a rifle here. The rest of CLG is just Tarek and JDM with the scout and rifle. Kit onto JDM. JDM starts pushing the player Tetris. Tarek able to drop Dupree, but Kirby at Tetris able to get Tarek, and then JDM. JDM whiffing those shots. And the full save, the full pistol no armor save, just walk out a ramp, works out for Astralis as Device is able to get those 2 entries and Kirby's able to get the 2 kills on the hold. Again, you gotta feel bad for CLG if they're losing rounds like that. You really cannot expect to win your game if you're losing rounds like that after a successful pistol run. You got to be looking to win 3 in a row. Especially don't lose the one where they're on the full save. Now CLG gonna be forcing up here. JDM just on the USP trying to buy that up, but the rest of CLG just buying what they can. Pistol armor, 2 scouts in the hands of Tarek and Cutler. And Astralis is not trying to give anything away, playing this very slow default on the T side, trying to take a little bit of map control, watching for pushes in mid and A, and they're going to be rotating over. Now that they have this information, they're going to be rotating over towards the A site. either for a smoke play or just going to walk out, knowing that CLG is going to have to be pushed back. Device drops Cutler low. Cutler unable to get tags with the scout, and then JDM gets dropped by Zipix and Device. And it looks like Astralis is going to be able to get onto this A site. No smokes, but it won't matter as Kirby jumps on the stairs, able to drop Haze, and Device killing Pitta in jungle. Just Tarek left with the scout, able to tag Kerrigan. Tries to get the quick flick, and he's going to get pushed into CT spawn by Zipix, and that's going to be the round. Good round by Astralis. That's exactly the opposite sort of round that CLG ran on there against one of Astralis' full ecos, or force buys, where rather than trying to, there's the round where they grouped up A ramp and then just lost the round to unfavorable trades against the A stack because they didn't try and take any other map control. At least Astralis postured around mid, forced CLG maybe a little bit of some rotations and movement out of the CLG counter-terrorist side. And instead, CLG forced nothing of the sort. Now they're going to be on a full eco. Quick kills by Kerrigan, by Kirby, Device, and Dupree. JDM able to push Palace and get the quick kill into Zipix. He picks up this AK. After a full eco like this, he's just going to be looking to save. CLG going to be playing against the 14 rounds for the rest of this game. JDM now pinned into Palace by that smoke. And it looks like the Astralis players are going to be trying to sandwich him in here. JDM's able to save this AK. That would be very good for CLG. He'd be able to drop it and then probably buy himself an op. I think I need to see the scoreboard, but I think that Astralis has the money to be going for this. It doesn't look like they're posturing too hard, though. Device just holding his exit out T-spawn, and the other two Astralis players on the side just watching his exit out the Palace entrance. Device gets the one tag onto JDM, aim punched away, taken down. Good round by Astralis. Astralis very good at these anti-ecos. Astralis, just in general, a very disciplined team when it comes to anti-ecos. Able to trade off each other very well against the pistoled up, attempting to cheese opponents, and they take good comprehensive map control to where there's no one cheesy push which can throw a whole round for them. JDM able to get the one kill on the Zipix, but as you can see, the rest of the kills working out in Astralis' favor. Astralis sets up for an early mid smoke from T-spawn, and it looks like Kerrigan and Kirby going to barrel down mid, but dropped by Hazed and JDM, and the rest of the Astralis players trying to come out a ramp here. Cutler with the nice flash out from Shadow, able to take down Device, but Zipix trades onto him, and now it's a 2-on-3, but both Astralis players are in the site. Bomb not planted yet. Zipix holding here at T-spawn, strafes out. Tarek drops him, but Dupree trades onto Tarek. It's now a 2-on-1, tries to run back to a ramp after planting the bomb, and Pitt is going to take him down. Good round by CLG, especially in the early parts of the round. JDM and Hazed able to take down the fast mid-aggression by Kerrigan and Kirby. Or Dupree and Kirby. No, not Dupree and Kirby. It's Kerrigan and Kirby, right? Alright, it doesn't matter. But either way, they're able to get those two quick kills onto those players of Astralis who were trying to take that early mid control. Astralis going for a very fast mid split. They have the money. They might as well go for something CLG may be unprepared for, and it doesn't quite end up working out. They're able to get the plant. Their money's still fine, but CLG win the round. Tarek now just on a 5-7 though. CLG's economy still not great. JDM able to get the op in full utilities here in Sniper's Nest. Going to be set up again in a default 2-1-2. This is the very typical matchmaking sort of setup. Device is going to be peeking on op. If JDM can't see him, and Device gets the kill, cheeky angle from the left side of the smoke. Sort of JDM probably blind to that. And Pitta, the timing works out in his favor. A Device not able to spot him in from Delpan. But Pitt is able to get into the ladder room, and the rest of the CLG players are set up pretty well for this mid-aggression. No one's over towards B, but it doesn't look like Astralis is setting up for this B take. Oh, this mid-smoke is a bait. The mid-smoke is too deep. If Tarek peeks out, then Kirby's going to be able to see him easily from underpass. It doesn't look like he's going to be peeking too aggressively, though. And the rest of Astralis begins rotating towards B, assuming that maybe CLG tried to move over for the extra little bit of mid-aggression. Tarek, now that the smoke's down, tries to run over, able to grab JDM's op. Begins rotating over towards that B site, knowing that it's open. The rest of Astralis still holding pretty safe. It looked like they would be going towards B, but they run the bomb back towards A. Just Device here on the lurk. Tarek able to drop him, though. Back to a 4-on-4. Although Astralis, again, as CLG rotates off of mid, Kirby able to get up into connector. Now it's just hazed here in Shadow. Able to get a kill onto Kerrigan, but Zippix trades it out. Cutler able to get the return frag onto Zippix, and then Dupree trading him. It's back to a 2-on-2. Pitta here in jungle. Not going to know Kirby's here. Oh, but he's able to, as Kirby swings out wide, hears him. Pitta's able to drop him anyway. 2-on-1. Tarek from jungle able to drop Dupree at default box after he's able to get the plant. Interesting to think about what the thought process was for Astralis there. Taking that mid control and then pausing off the mid, taking that mid control, waiting for CLG to try and retake mid, but not able to find any frags off of it, and then going towards B with the bomb and having Device stay with the lurk, and then rotating back towards A. I'm curious at what their read was. I guess what they thought was CLG would be trying to rotate towards them late everywhere. That, oh, we need to retake mid now. Oh, we need to retake B now, and that by going A you'd be one step ahead. And it almost works out. Just hazed and Cutler there on the site, and it was a 4-on-4, and maybe you just trade those two guys and you have yourselves a 2-on-2 or a 3-on-2 post plant. But it doesn't end up working out, and CLG is able to take the round. Their economy's starting to get built up. Now in the double op setup with Tarek on the secondary op, CLG likes to run this on a lot of maps that they play. And they're going for a more mid-control oriented setup with one player in connector and one player on cat and the third mid player in sniper's nest. But Astralis is not messing around. They're going to be coming around to A very quickly. CLG going to be have to retake the A site as Kirby pushes into jungle with a single flash into jungle, able to drop one player, and the rest of the Astralis player is able to trade onto the site. Tarek here rotating into connector does not know that Kerrigan is here in jungle, and the Pitta, the other CLG player, is going to be rotating in from CT, but Astralis is in good post-plant positions. Not a lot CLG can do. Trying to smoke out, flash out. Player in Palace, player in Firebox. Really nothing CLG can do here unless Astralis somehow peeks, for some reason, peeks into them. Kerrigan able to get the kill on Pitta and CT, and it's just Tarek left with this op. Trying to run away, trying to save it for the next round. He has armor, kit, and obviously the op, and does not want to lose those as CLG is low on money, unable to probably buy up fully next round. And Astralis is going to be on map point after that. Yeah, CLG's money really hurting here as they go into their last round. Tarek drops the op towards JDM. JDM having a super hot game. 21 kills. Tied for Device for top fragging the server. The rest of CLG, though, sort of abysmally low. 3 players below 10 frags in 23 rounds. That's, especially for Tarek, you gotta feel that Tarek, as the other carry of this team, really needs to step up. And the rest of CLG on the bargain bin buy, as James likes to call it. Just in a 2-1-2 with their one mid player playing in connector. Slightly posturing towards A, but Astralis leaving the bomb and T-spawn, not messing around, just sort of walking at A, trading off of each other. Device able to get the kill on Cutler, spots JDM on the site. JDM drops Device, but Dupree trades onto him, and Zippix able to get the kill onto Hayes, and now they have control of the site. This looks like a done deal for Astralis on this map. 4-on-2. Dupree pushed into connector. The last two CLG players, the bomb's still not down. The last two CLG players probably going to drop here quickly. Dupree able to drop Tarek. Just Pitta left with the M4. Low HP. Kerrigan and Zippix combined to drop him. And that's going to be the first map for CLG. Really just an impressive showing on both sides of the map by Astralis. The fast A takes, sort of the no respect matchmaking fast A takes working out in their favor. And they're able to take map 1. Alright, so that's going to be it for tonight. Thank you guys. Thank you, Enoch, specifically, for being best mod NA. I'll probably do the rest of the games later on. See ya.